Welcome back to Per My Last Email. In my last video, I discussed You'd be like, so when I first did this job, when I first started my journey to this, I was like, oh my God, how am I ever gonna get there? Email! Today we're gonna discuss this.
Hello, welcome back to Per My Last Email. Today I have a very special guest, my sister, Malia. Malia is, how old are you?
15.
Malia is 15 years old, and have you ever had a job before?
No, I had an interview, but I didn't get hired.
Where did you have an interview at?
A juice place. Yeah.
Oh,
Sad.
it is kind of sad. Well, I have Malia on my channel today because she's never had a job, and I thought it would be really funny to ask Malia for career advice. As a person who's never had a job, I'm sure she has a very interesting perspective about what working people should do. So if you're interested to hear about Malia's fantastic career advice, stay tuned. Okay, Malia, before we get started, I just want to ask you some questions.
Okay.
What's your dream job?
Okay. Well, this is realistic purposes. I'd like to be an orthopedic surgeon.
Oh,
You know. But if I could go on like my dream career path, it'd be a singer or actress.
a singer or actress? Either way, you'll be successful. Do you think you know a lot about working and like what it's like to be a professional woman?
No.
You don't think you know anything?
I know some things because like you and mom talk about it, but other than that, no.
Okay. Well, let's dive right in. Let's ask Malia for some career advice. So, Malia, what would you do if you wanted a raise? How would you talk to your manager about potentially getting a raise?
I'd be like, Mr. or Mrs. Ma'am, I think I've been working very hard and I think that I could use a raise because my work ethic is showing, that I could be worthy of a raise. Yeah.
Would you bring certain like data, or would you bring up certain things to convince them that you need a raise?
Yeah, I'd be like, as shown here, I've been doing this and my work in this area has improved by this much because I've been more efficient,
Oh wow!
getting more sales or whatever I'm doing done,
Okay, that's really good advice, Malia. How would you respond to your manager if they sent you an email and said that they need a project completed by the end of the day, but you have multiple competing priorities?
Ask for an extension because I can't get everything done that one day.
But they say that they need it done by the end of the day.
Well, I'm gonna be like, okay, I have all this other stuff done, so can I get an extension on that and just do the project that day,
But they're like, no, I need it done today. But then 3 other people are like, I also need this done today.
Then it just won't get done.
You won't do it at all?
I'll try, but if God don't do it, it won't get done.
It's gonna take a miracle from God.
If God don't do it, it won't get done.
Sorry, I'll try, but
So you just wouldn't do what your manager asked you to do?
look now, I got 3 other things to do, and if I can't do it all,
Okay, so let's say this. Your peer, somebody that you work with, asks you to do something by the end of the day. Somebody on another team that works with your team asks you to do something by the end of the day, and then your manager asks you to do something by the end of the day. But the person who is on your team that asked you first, and your manager asked you kind of last minute, how would you prioritize them?
I would definitely do my manager's project first because they're the ones that are like paying me, issuing my paycheck. Money comes first. Then I think the person who asked me first, I would do that, and then the other person later because they don't really matter. Yeah.
They don't really matter. Okay. What reasoning would you give to your manager if you were like running 5 or 10 minutes late? Would you make up an excuse or would you just tell the truth?
I would try to tell the truth, but then if they don't like accept that, then I'd be like, well, you in my business, don't do that.
To your manager?
Not like that, like not like blunt like that, but I'd be like, sir, I had something going on and you were asking me what I had to do, and I'm trying to tell you and convey it, but you're not listening to me. So I was late for this reason, and if you don't believe that, then what else can I do? Have a great day. Is that why I didn't get the job?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
How would you tell your manager that they're wrong? Like you're working on a project together and they're like, oh, you know, this data point says this, but you're like, that's not true. How would you say that?
Be respectful.
Don't.
Huh?
Don't correct them. Like,
You just won't say anything.
if I'm coming from a very like respectable point of view, I'd be like, okay. But then if you actually want to correct them, pull them to the side later, not in front of everyone. You're like, hey, I think this wasn't right. Not trying to like be rude or anything, but I don't think that this point that you made was correct. And then just talk about the on the side.
What would you do if one of your coworkers smells bad?
Like you mean like breath or like
Everything. It's just musty, crusty, and disgusted.
be like, hey, you wanna go to like Bath and Body Works after work? Like, you know, for a fun little hangout session. Wanna go to Bath and Body Works, wanna go to maybe the perfume section, try the new scent, you know, something new, shake it up.
Okay, that's interesting. So, do you think there's anything that you should stay away from conversation-wise with your coworkers? Is there anything that you shouldn't talk about at work?
Yes.
What?
Too much of your personal life. Like family matters that are going on. If you have relationship problems, maybe not too much about friendships, because like they might be friends with someone you don't know about and you're talking about that in front of them. Like just too much personal stuff. Because then again, you see those people at work, but they're not like super duper close friends, and they could always be out to like use that information against you. So I feel like be mindful of that. Don't talk about money and paychecks either.
Why not?
Because if you're probably mentioning, hey, I got this much money, then they didn't get that much. So now they're like, okay, why didn't I get that much money? And then they're probably going to go to somebody else, and it's going to start a chain reaction. Like, why are they getting that much money, but I'm not? Like, let's go talk to the manager. And then you get in trouble. I don't know. I think I just wouldn't do that.
Do you think that it's okay for your coworker to get paid less than you, though?
If we're doing the same amount of work, no. I don't think that's okay.
So would you say something since you don't think that it's okay? Would you say, like, I think that you're maybe getting paid less than I am?
No. I wouldn't say anything. I think that's not right, but I wouldn't bring it up.
But they're doing the same work as you, but they're getting paid less. What would you do?
I'm not issuing the paychecks, so I can think that something's wrong, but I probably won't talk about it because then they might bump mine down. You know.
But what if you were the person that was getting paid less and somebody else was getting paid more? Let's say a man, because you know men get paid more than women in the workplace sometimes. Would you want him to tell you that he's getting paid more than you?
No, don't tell me because I'm gonna get mad.
But wouldn't you want to like know so you can do something about it?
I mean, I guess, but what can you do? Like, are you gonna go and protest to your managers and be like, I'm not getting enough money? Because then they might double it back on you and say, well, if you're not satisfied, then you can leave. And I'm gonna be like, okay, well, now I'm out of job and I can't do anything else. So I feel like just try it as hard as you can and hope that they give you a raise instead of catching an attitude about it and being like, I'm not getting enough money. So y'all better bump up my paycheck. No, that's not gonna solve anything.
What would you do to stand out at work? Like, what are some tactics that you think a person should do to stand out at work?
Attitude is everything. Be nice, be calm, be professional when you're in the workplace. Make sure that's on point. Your clothes, you know, make a bold statement, but not too bold because you're in a workplace.
What's too bold?
Too vibrant of colors, different styles of shirts. Like if it's a super long V-neck, don't wear that.
Oh, no cleavage.
No, none.
Okay.
So attitude, clothing, work ethic. when you just work hard, do your best, try your hardest, do everything that you can, that should make you stand out because you're working really hard and people acknowledge that.
Last question. I know that you didn't get your job at the juicing place. Sorry. What advice would you give to somebody else who might be applying for a job? How do you stand out in the interview process?
Make sure like everything you're applying for is clear. Make sure that your schedule, how flexible you are, make sure all that is just clearly noted. They know everything that they need to know about you. Don't make yourself seem too mysterious because they might not want that. Just try to be as professional as you can in the interview, doing everything that you can to make yourself seem like the right candidate for the job. I think that's it. I mean, I didn't get the job, so I did all those things. And I still didn't get it, so.
So is that good advice then?
I think it is. That's my mom told me to do those things. It didn't work out for me, but it might for you. I don't know, man. Just try your best. That's all you can do. And cross your fingers. Have a nice resume, yeah. Make sure that you seem very, very eligible for the job. And then just pray. Just pray before
Prayer's
you go
everything.
in. Yeah,
Prayer's everything.
Everything. Make sure you give glory to God first.
Hey, come on. Hey.
Anyways, make sure you do that. Just make sure you were up in your spirit, man. Make sure you're doing everything that you need to do. Hallelujah, amen. And just wing it.
Wing it? You just gave all this sturdy advice.
No, I mean,
and then
like,
at the end of the day, you say wing it?
Wing it, like, you know, go along with all that. And then in the interview, do your best. Wing it. Try as hard as you can. Yeah. Hopefully you get it. And if you don't, try again.
That's right, Malia. I think that is such good advice. I think that you are a very wise person, despite the fact that you've never had a job. I think that you've given the people some really good advice.
Thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it, straight from the mouth of a person who's never had a job. Great career advice. If you have any desire, if you want Malia to give you any more career advice
or any type of advice,
she's definitely willing. You can go through me, go on my Instagram, send me a DM, and I can send those questions to her. Maybe we'll do a part 2 of this career advice video.
Okay.
Thank you, Malia, for being a part of this video.
You see me.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Please cut that out.
No. We should start a joint YouTube channel.
We should. What would it be called? Leah and Bria.
Oh, cute.
Sorry
Leah and
for that
Bria.
quick.
I'm Bria.
I'm Leah.
And this is
Leah and Bria.
That was phenomenal. Y'all did a
I didn't feel like doing
fantastic
that.
job.
Mom, we're filming.
Just cut out the best stuff.
Can you take out that part where I say, you in my business, Dad, don't do that? Because they might take that the wrong way.
No, that's your personality. You want to be ghetto, you going to be ghetto on camera. People going to see you.
Ask me the question again. Ask me the question. Come on, honey. I can stick you out. Listen. I think we got a winner.
That's good.
People want to tap it out, but they can't get no from me. People want to walk around and try to steal my lingo. Just make sure. Talk about, say it, do his thing. Yeah.